battery.
Welcome to Let Red Do It, and let's get to it. Today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to tell a little story and make people aware of a missing person, and also talk about this repair right here. It's just a broken screen on a Motorola Play 2021. So had it for a long time, been doing a whole bunch of stuff with it, and I just want to do something else with it, so I'm trying to bring it back to life. So the missing person, her name is Lonnett Jackson, and you can look her up on the internet and see like her story. What's on the internet is not what I was told growing up. She's my aunt, and she went missing around when I was 14 years old. She was living with me for a while, and she seemed in good spirits. Actually told me that like she had a good life and that she had a great husband, and that one day she wanted me to find a husband that was like hers. And she went back home with her husband and ended up missing, literally within days of her saying that to me. She was staying with me because she had brain surgery, and therefore she was taking a lot of medications. She was a seizure risk, and if she got hit in the head, she might have certain issues where she had to go to the hospital. So we wanted to make sure that she was watched after, and her husband went out of town a lot. He was out of town on a business trip, hence why she was staying with us. So she went back home, and from what I was told from family, she and her husband went to go see my cousin, who is her husband's stepson, so not his dad. So he lived down in Washington, D.C. They drove down there. He said they argued the whole entire time, and it was very heated. And he said they went back home. And then her husband was saying that she was missing. So, from my cousin said, maybe he might have left her on the side of the road on the way back to Pittsburgh, or maybe he did something, because as someone said, where she lives at is right by the river. It was also by an industrial park. It now since has been rebuilt to something else. They didn't say that they found anything, so when they renovated everything, and they could have not have dug everywhere. And again, there's a river by there too. I'm hoping that she's still alive though. Now, from what he was saying that she took a whole bunch of pills, grabbed her ID and her social security card, and then she left the house and walked down the street and onto like the main avenue, 2nd Avenue, and then she disappeared from there. Now, her husband said that he was following her in his car. So he said that she left, he went back inside, grabbed his keys, went outside, got into his car, started it, and turned it around, and then went to follow her. Now, my aunt, she's heavy set, and she doesn't walk anywhere. Everywhere she drives. So her walking down the street and then turning the corner and then walking up the bridge, down the bridge, because it goes, it's like a little U-shaped thing, and going on the avenue and then disappearing that fast is like unbelievable. And then the cops got there, and when they did the report, they said they seen all her medication just sitting out, but some of it was fully empty, which is also weird to me, because even when she was staying with me, or even when she wasn't staying with us, she always talked about her medication and how she needed to take it and how she needed to be very diligent with it. And she was very diligent with it. And she really didn't go anywhere without minding her medications. And so it'd be really weird for her to just leave all that there. So that Thanksgiving, my mom felt sorry for her husband, and so she brought me and my grandma over with her to celebrate Thanksgiving with him. And he had a new girlfriend and baby. And if you look at the date, she went missing in April, but here he is with a brand new baby in November, at the end of November. And I mean, the baby looked like it was kind of like a newborn, but still, that's not even 9 months. And then I found out that that lady actually had lived next door to them. She disappeared. Go on to have 2 to 3 more kids before they broke up. I'm not saying that he has something to do with it. I'm not saying he doesn't have anything to do with it. I'm just saying that things don't add up there. They don't. And she didn't seem like she was suicidal or depressed when she left my house literally the week before. And she was looking forward to the trip to go see her oldest son as well. She was so depressed that she was suicidal. That was a very drastic turn from what I seen literally the week before. So did hear from another family member saying that she ran away from her husband because he was abusing her, and that she's just living under a fictitious name and a fictitious social security number, and she's just living her life. But I wonder why she never reached out again to any of us, because a lot of the family don't associate with her husband at all now. So if she does hear this, and I hope that she does come back. All the scenarios, there's about a 24-hour gap there between the time that they were last seen, and she was last seen at my cousin's house, to the time that her husband reported her missing at their residence. So, and then with that time, there's also distance because they were traveling. And so some say that maybe she got out of the car on the freeway and then walked away, started a new life. And then later on, he reported her missing. Or maybe he kicked her out on the freeway. Or maybe he stopped and did something to her, you know. Or maybe they got home and then it happened at home. No one knows. She was known to have extra medications, so it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for her to have extra medications at home. And so the theory that, like, well, if she didn't go home to watch her medication there, that goes out the window too. So maybe when she got out of the car on the freeway, he didn't let her get her bag of medication, stuff like that. Or if he pushed her out, or if he did something to her on the way home, he didn't, of course, let her get her medication. So she might not have even got back home. Sad, because she was the light of our lives, and she was the one that held the family together. I mean, she was there for me when I was sick from school. My mom, she would call my aunt, and she would come pick me up. She'd go, oh, let's get you some medicine. And I'm like, okay. And like all day, she would just drive me around, take me to all different places. You know, sometimes just to take me to go shopping with my grandma or something like that. You know, and she would just do that out of the kindness of her heart with her free time, you know. When she got sick, she drove a bus for Laidlaw. And, she, like all the kids, was always talking about how cool she was and everything. It was always fun when she was around. I remember one time we went to the store, and it was just a regular shopping trip. But one of these bags of kernels was open, and it spilled out a little bit onto the floor. So she scooped up some and started throwing them at me and my brother. And so we went back around the corner and scooped up some too. And so we're all just throwing kernels at each other. And my mom's like, stop it, or you get kicked out of the store. She's an overall great person and fun to be around. Her nickname is Tootsie, and her other nickname is Net. It's Tootsie, like the Tootsie Rolls, and Net. A link in the description of like one of the poster things for her. So if you see her, contact the Pittsburgh police. A lot of things have changed since she's gone. I don't know if she knows that her mother passed, her sister passed, especially her sister passing, her son being gravely ill. There's just a lot of stuff going on that I don't know if she's aware of, because it's been a while since she's been gone. And I know there's a possibility she could be out there, and there's a possibility she's not, but I would like to have some closure either way. The person who posted about my aunt on Reddit, he also mentioned someone else who's been missing for a while and have very little information about him. His name is Jerome Eugene Morris. Dude left his house and hasn't been seen since, and he was 14 years old. It was 1990, so he's like in his late 40s now. Please keep an eye out for Lonnett Jackson, aka Tootsie, aka Net, and please keep an eye out for Jerome Morris and pray for us. Side note on the repair, how I'm repairing the screen right now is easier than the iFixit way with replacing the cleaning house. So I'm not taking out the motherboard. So can't finish the repair because the battery is pregnant. So I'm going to order another one. For watching, don't forget to like and subscribe.